Kirsch and Emyle, Classic Hit Country 103.9, The Maverick. All right, so a couple of trends happening online now. And, one of them has made a comeback. But you wanted to talk about this prom one first.
Yeah, so because, apparently teenagers are all about the glow up. You have them. You understand.
Yes.
What do you tell me daily? You have to check the UV count. Right.
If you have a teen daughter, every single day, you know what the UV level is that day. UV is going to be 7 today, Dad. Okay. Why? Well, I'm going to get a tan.
You're like, good to know. Got it.
Yeah.
Wear sunscreen. And so teens are now using older country songs as the soundtrack to their prom glow-ups. And I love it.
So what kind of songs? Do you know?
Oh, one was Fancy, and I don't really know if they've listened to the lyrics of that song. So that one I'm kind of just like, I love the song, but do you know what she's talking about?
Right.
Or are you just using it because the name is Fancy?
Probably.
Yes. So besides that one, they're using, honestly, Little Big Town as one of them. Who else? Lady A is one of them. So, what we play here at the Maverick.
So, classic country songs.
Yes, classic country songs.
What, a TikTok of their glow up?
Yes. So they use it of them, like their glow up, and they just use the song as like the overlay kind of thing.
Is this going to take over promposals, do you think?
That's a good question. I could see that.
Because we talked about that before. We didn't have promposals back in our day. Somebody asked you to prom, right?
Right. And not this whole elaborate thing.
Right.
And
it's a lot of pressure.
So it is. So probably, what if, I'm waiting to see a promposal where someone gets the actual artist to sing the song.
Oh, it'll happen. Some rich kid somewhere is going to get that.
But you told me about another trend that's coming back.
Yeah, remember the Ice Bucket Challenge?
Yes, for ALS, right?
Yeah, for ALS. Now they're doing the Ice Bucket Challenge again, and I don't know if it's every one of my one daughter's friends are doing the Ice Bucket Challenge I think it's for mental health awareness, and I don't know 100%, but they're all doing, I had to dump a bucket of ice water on my daughter's head yesterday in a video because she was nominated by some friends. So it's back. I avoided it the first time. I may refuse to do it if somebody nominates me.
But here's my thing with these challenges. How is it raising awareness for what it's supposed to be for?
No idea.
Yeah, no, that's what I always want to know. How are you going to show raising awareness for that?
Well, people are, cold. It's awareness for being freezing. I seriously don't know how it's supposed to raise awareness, but it's back, the Ice Bucket Challenge.
If someone can tell me, please let me know. Text us at 99139. I've always wondered that.
Yeah, I don't have an answer on that one.
Okay, for once, what? You don't have an answer for something?
I know, it's weird, right?
Look at me go.
Classic Hit Country 103.9, The Maverick. It's Kirsch and Emyle on Monday morning. How are you over there, Em?
I am tired today. Why?
Is it just coming off the weekend, too much going on, or
just Easter? Have you thought about this though? With other holidays, there's always that filler day.
Yeah, where you've got an extra day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
no, Easter, you have everybody over, and it's okay, back to work Monday.
It's fine, but I'll be fine.
Have you heard about this sprinkle dating movement?
No, I have not.
I hadn't until I saw this story this morning. Or actually, no, we saw this on Friday is when this popped up. But I was thinking about it this morning. There's a guy sharing his experience on Reddit after a woman he matched with on Hinge sent over her bare minimum for a husband checklist to see if this guy, made it. Can I read this to you? And I want to see how insane you think this is.
I already think it's insane, but yes, please do.
Okay, so the full list of requirements this lady says she needs for to consider somebody as a potential lifelong mate. There's 18 things on here. I'm just going to go through them fast because there's so many. He makes life easier, like a maid, chef, things like that.
Okay.
He handles pregnancy prevention on his own.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
He's disciplined and loyal. Loves traveling and fine dining, prefers privacy over social media, fun, outgoing, and socially respected. He supports her goals and lifestyle, keeps his word, and values trust, which all of these, in some way, they seem normal, keeps his word, values trust, all that.
I don't have a chef or a maid, but yes, besides that one.
Takes control and makes plans.
Okay.
He's got to be fit, attractive, and well-groomed. Also family-oriented and well-connected, ambitious and disciplined, chivalrous and protective, emotionally intelligent and confident, sophisticated and enjoys luxury, generous and spoils her, financially successful with a minimum $300,000 salary, and loves her deeply and puts her first.
She is on Hinge with this requirement.
Yep.
She needs to be on Raya.
Wait, what's Raya?
Just like the invite only. Like celebrities use Raya. If she's going to get... and she's never going to get all of these. I'm sorry.
So it's the like rich people's dating app.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. And you have to know someone on there. So because Hinge is not the place. And that's insane. She already sounds insane. But
like a lot of those are normal for wanting in a relationship. Yes. But some of them are a little...
But are you ever going to like provide that requirement to someone? That's insane to me.
I mean, maybe
there's a
bits
reason
and pieces
you're still
of it.
Single.
Yeah, no kidding. That's exact. Well, Redditors, no surprise, they had a field day with it.
Of course they did.
Many of them made lists that he should send to her, they said. And I want to kind of dig and see if I can find some of those.
Is she going to be happy in life?
I don't know, but one more piece of proof that, I love you, honey. I'm so excited to see what this is about, Emily. You said you'd never thought you'd see the day where you would admit this to me. And what in the world?
I'm just grateful you've taught me some things. Sometimes you word things so perfectly.
Okay, what did I do?
I think I was like having a bad morning or day once. And you were just kind of going on your rant about how not to start off your day negative because that'll be the outcome of your day. You know, the usual, right?
Yeah.
And it was something you said, like, you can only choose how to react. What do you say? Like, you can't control how things are going to happen. You can only control how you're going to
exactly.
react.
You can't control most of the time, you can't control what happens. You can only control how you react to it.
So now I just need to share that I'm grateful you've taught me that because it's true. And it did change my mindset. Also, I now throw that in people's faces like confetti. Whenever they're like starting off their day so bad, I'm like, why? Or
if they start going off the rails, you're like, hold on a second. A lot of times you can't control what happens. You can only control how you react to it.
This wise man Kirsch once said,
I need to get you a bracelet that says like WWKD. What would Kirsch do?
Gosh, can I get you one saying what would Emily do? Would you wear it daily?
Yes, I would.
Are you lying to me?
Yes, I am.
I wear yours daily.
Wait, can I get you a WWKD?
Yes, but you have to make it.
Okay, I'll get it made.
No, you have to make it. I have beads at home. I can bring them in.
Oh, I was thinking like the rubber bracelet.
Oh, no. I want a full-on friendship bracelet.
Taylor Swift friendship bracelet that says that.
Yes.
Okay, I'll make it for you.
I'm going to make you one, and I expect you to wear it every day.
That's true. That's sound advice, though, because how many times do things happen and you're like, man, I look back at it and handle that completely wrong.
Yeah, like when I hit a curb, I now just go, YOLO. Because I react just fine to it.
Head to the mechanic and have them realign my car.
I don't get upset about having to make that trip. I just say YOLO. Wow, does that age me, by the way, saying that?
It really does. I was like, okay, Granny. Do you tell your husband that when like things happen? You're like, hey, listen, you can control how you react to this.
I try, but he doesn't listen to me.
Why not?
You would just be a happier human sometimes if you just go, oh, well, that sucks. Let's move on.
He'll get there.
I hope so.
He'll get there. As your son gets older and more things happen and you're like, you know what? I don't have time for anything or to be upset about things or wound up about things. He'll get there.
Well, thank you, Kirsch. Mark this down as the one moment I never thought I'd see the day.
All right. Well, thanks for that. And I appreciate the fact that you use my sage advice. Yes. Emily, as a mom for a year now, right? Year and a half?
More than a year.
How old is he? Year and a half?
He's almost 2, yeah.
Okay, almost 2. Has it hit you, like, how many times has it hit you where you're like, where are we coming up with the money for this?
Oh, every single day. I wonder this. And then when parents like yourself talk about things you have to do, I'm like, Oh, okay. Wow.
So
Where
what
do
are
you
some
come
of
up
the
with it?
things like now? It's been a while. My girls are going to be 14 in
Daycare.
a couple of weeks. Daycare is...
Daycare. Mm-hmm.
What else? At 1.5, just take me back. The things where you're like, I don't know where we're getting the money for this. Daycare is a big one, yeah.
He just did a sports class, swim lessons.
Okay.
It's a fun one. So my friend actually told me, I literally steal all of her hacks. She's like, learn from my mistakes.
Yeah.
But she told me to just start slowly putting money away each like week or something like that for when they're older and want to do sports and whatnot. So start like saving for it now. And I was
That's
like,
such a cute idea.
I know. But yeah, I mean, we can try. She goes, even if it's like a little, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try, but we'll see how far I get.
The thing that I remember trying to figure out where we were getting the money from when our girls were younger. And I think it all worked out because
Kirsch.
we didn't go out as much. Like we would go on date nights and all that. Then when they were born and we were home with the kids and stuff, we were at home more. What?
I literally think to myself all the time, you were probably around my age when I started babysitting your girls.
Yeah.
And I think all the time, how did you have it so together and money for things?
I don't know.
Like date nights.
We're still trying to figure that out.
I tell you this, I say this often. I literally might have had a breakdown the other day about just being stressed. And I said, how did Kirsch do it? I babysat once a month.
I just never had a breakdown in front of you. That's
Okay.
it. Here's what I'll tell you. So with teenagers, and I'm sure, parents with kids older than teens at this point in college and so on, they would look at me and be like, oh, you just wait. But with teenagers, it is, one is going to marching band and there's going to be uniforms and trips and things like that. The other one plays super competitive soccer and we're all over the country and flying in hotels, and even the club fees are just crazy expensive. And then you've got each of them with a cell phone, and your cell phone bill gets crazy, and insurance is coming soon when they start driving. Good Lord.
I can only imagine. And I also think about this a lot. Like, my mom was a single mom when we were in later in life, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know how she did it, but she gave us such a great life with the things we want to do. And I guess it's just you find a way.
Yeah, I
With
think
your
that's
kids,
it.
You just find a way.
You figure it
And
out.
I should give her so much credit. So thank you, Mama
There's
Clark.
our parenting hack for the day. It's like,
Is
wake
it a
up.
hack or is it a breakdown?
Wake up, figure it out, and hope for the best. All right, so Emily, there's a new report that came out that says that first dates that involve something active like hiking or doing something outdoors like that are more likely to lead to a second date than meetups at bars, restaurants, and coffee shops.
I believe that. And I mean, I don't know what your first date was, but ours was a pumpkin. Well, okay. I thought it would be a pumpkin patch. It was not. It was walking up and picking pumpkins. But still.
Wait, what do you mean? What's the difference? So,
Oh, no, I
did
thought
he
we were
take
going
you
to
to
do the whole thing,
Walmart
right?
and they had the pumpkins out front? He's like, go ahead, pick one, pretty girl.
No, actually shocked. It was not that. We went to a pumpkin patch, and I thought we were going to do the hayride and all of that. No, we just walked up and picked a pumpkin, paid for it, and we came back and carved them, which was fun.
Oh, that's fun.
But still, it was an activity. It wasn't just meeting at a bar or something,
All right, that's good.
So maybe, I don't know. What was yours?
I took Mrs.
Did you go to a
Kirsch to
bar?
dinner, and she told me after the fact, she's like, yeah, I was like, this guy's a dud, because I was so nervous. I'll admit, I outkicked my coverage when it comes to Mrs. Kirsch, right? And I was just nervous. I was like, okay, she's out of my league, but I'm going to do my best. And apparently I was quiet and I was reserved and I wasn't fun at dinner. But then we decided to go to a bar afterwards, and I got myself a nice cold beer, and that loosened me up a little bit. And she's like, okay, here's the guy I thought he was.
That's so funny. Isn't it crazy if you didn't go to that bar, what could have been?
I know, right?
That's just insane. I think about that stuff all the time. I
Maybe
probably
that's
shouldn't,
why-
but
Maybe that's why she'll text me and be like, hey, I'm at Kroger. Do you want me to pick up, a couple beverages or whatever? Maybe I'm a dud unless I have a cold beer.
I don't think that's what she's saying at all. I'm curious if she would have given you another chance, just if you were I was really nervous,
I don't know. Probably
If you didn't go to
probably
that
not.
bar.
I think I was just level 10 bleh during
Bleh.
dinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before. Level 10, bleh.
Level 10 bleh.
Yeah.
Complete
Well,
done.
Usually I don't agree with these reports, but I do hear.
Would you go on a hike for a first date? Like, let's go on a hike?
No, but I don't do physical activity. Also, that sounds like it sounds very I don't know, like true crimey.
Right, that's what I was thinking. It sounds creepy. Hey, you want to go on a first date? I'm going to take you out in the woods.
No, I'm good. Yeah.
You know?
It sounds even creepier if it was said like that, Kirsch.
Well, maybe that's how I was at dinner. I'm like, I'm really enjoying this date with you.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe
I'm a
that's
little
where I went
concerned.
wrong. All right, so Emily, we're going to see if you and your husband share these things at home or not. I found this list that said some couples are happy to share these things with each other, and others, it's a hard pass. It's Classic Hit Country 103.9 The Maverick with Kirsch and Emyle. You ready for these?
Of course I am.
Okay, so you already said this one off air, so I'm going to bring it up first. Snacks were on the list.
Oh, yeah. My husband doesn't share food.
Not at all?
No. And if I don't want my food like disposed of by him, I have to label it.
So in your own house, it's kind of like in an office. You have to put your name on it in the fridge?
Yes. Our friend's son came to Easter yesterday, and all of his Easter candy was pretty much gone before I could even put it in his basket.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, his whole thing. So yes.
What happens if, what's something he's super protective over as far as food goes?
I don't know, food.
Just all food?
Yeah, everything, yeah.
So what happens if you eat his food?
I don't, so I don't want to know what happens.
Okay, all right. So that was on the list. It's a free-for-all in the pantry at the Kirsch house.
Nice.
Okay, toothbrushes is on here.
Okay, that's disgusting. Who shares a toothbrush?
Apparently some couples do.
It's gross.
We don't
sorry. That
either.
is gross.
I think that's kind of gross too, but there's some people who are like, grab whichever one, and there you go. Mugs. How about mugs?
Yeah, but I also have a bunch that just sit unused. So
it's really kind of funny because Mrs. Kirsch and I, we have our mugs that we use. I don't use hers. She doesn't use mine. And it's
weird.
Not that she wouldn't get mad at me for using hers. It's just I've got
just
my
that
ones.
way?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
towels in the bathroom.
I mean, I don't care about sharing towels because a towel is a towel, but my husband sometimes will.
So he won't use your towel?
Correct.
But you'll use his.
I don't really care.
Okay. What else is on here? Bathrooms.
It's funny because we just had this conversation. I told him, I was like, if we ever build or redo our house or anything, I would love to have separate bathrooms.
Why is that?
Because I got a lot of stuff.
Okay.
He's got nothing.
So it's just you need more space.
Yes, I do.
Some couples won't share a bathroom.
I mean, I understand. I've heard that's the secret to a happy marriage.
Not sharing a bathroom?
Yes.
Okay, the last two on here, razors.
No, that's gross.
All right. Sounds good. Some couples do. We don't.
Yeah.
But razors. Okay, last one on here, cars.
I mean, yeah. He takes mine all the time. So Is that weird?
Do you take his?
No, I don't because it's a truck and that just seems dangerous to me.
You in a truck is dangerous, yeah.
Thank you for that. Do you guys share cards?
Yeah, we do. She rarely takes mine. I take hers sometimes. I mean, we've got her car and my car, but yeah, it's just kind of.
I've never met anyone who doesn't like it. Is like, no, that's my car.
You know what's funny? My in-laws, her parents, they don't share cars. Like if they come visit and they're in her car, she's driving. If they come visit and they're in his truck, he's driving. Like they don't drive each other's cars.
It's interesting, but it's weird to me.
Yeah. So,
maybe it's weird to me because we don't do that. I don't know.
I don't either. But yeah, I just wanted to see where you guys fell on this. So there you go. Toothbrushes is disgusting. I don't know.
No, that's gross. Ugh.
If you're on the other side of that, please let me know. Text me.
Need to know why.
991039 if you share a toothbrush in the bathroom at home. Gonna have you take a wild guess here, Emily. It was U.S. News and World Report. They did a study to find out which American cities are the safest for drivers. They ranked the top 50 most populated cities in the country, which Columbus is on the list. Where do you think we fell on the top 50? Are we near the top as far as safest or the least safe?
I asked you earlier, am I on the road or not?
Well, I mean, you were on the road in Columbus during this study because they did this between 2017 and 2022. So, yes, you are on the road.
I would say for some odd reason that seems like during that time it was safer, but now it's not. So they need to update the list.
Columbus came in at number 8 on the safest cities to drive in.
During that time period, I could see that, but not now.
They looked, well, here's what they looked at. They looked at, let me see the list of things. They looked at fatal car accidents. They looked at DUI arrests, vehicle thefts, average number of people involved in fatal accidents, and the fatality rate per 100 million miles traveled. And Columbus is number 8.
Don't you think they need to update the time frame?
I don't know. I don't think people drive it much different now compared to 2022. But what really surprised me on this one, Boston came in at number 1, safest.
I think this is completely wrong. We need to do our own. That's insane.
Minneapolis was on the list of safe ones. Chicago, Virginia Beach.
Did this come out on April Fool's Day?
No, this just came out today.
Okay, well, I'm just having a hard time to believe it.
What is your least favorite city to drive in that you've driven in?
Orlando.
Why Orlando?
It is insane and scary. I-95, is that what it is? I-95? I-90?
I-4?
I-4, thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. I was
even close.
That's exactly why I'm scared to drive. They're just, I don't know. It changes all the time.
It's I-4.
It's terrifying.
I-4 is terrible. Indianapolis is my least favorite city to drive in.
Is it because of I-95? Is that where that is?
No, that doesn't go through there at all. It's I-70.
Drive. It's
64, 69. So, like,
the point of this break is just don't be on the road with Emily.
If you've ever been to Indianapolis, 465 is their outer belt, right? And it's insane. You get on 270 here, and people drive somewhat reasonably. Over there, it's insane. You've got people in the left lane doing 40, people in the right lane doing 100. They're weaving in and out, and it's always under construction, and I swear the people who paint their lines through the construction zones for the lanes, they go out and they're like, let's find the drunkest person we can to paint our lines. They're like it's horrible over there.
Wow. You've been holding that one in for a while, haven't you?
Sorry, there was my driving through Indianapolis rant.
Did you feel better now that you've got that all off your chest?
No, it's terrible.
Kirsch, a wise man once said, it's all how you look at it and react.
That's true. And okay. I react with road rage when I'm in Indy. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It's terrible over there.
Yeah. Just go to I-95. It's safe there, apparently.
Yeah.